Hi guys, it's Carlos here, Carlos Coaching Corner once again, and thank you so much for watching my video. And today we are doing a video about how to increase your chances to become a pro. I've had this question asked to me many times, and it's a vast sort of subject, if you like, because there isn't a only answer, because there is a lot of parameters that come within that aspect. So if you speak to any pro footballer, they will tell you how did they obviously became pro footballers. There is a huge amount of element of hard work, dedication, talent, technical ability, tactical ability, physical ability, psychological ability, all sorts of those parameters. But I bet you a lot of the times it will be hard to explain on how to get there, because a lot of them, they're landing there, they don't even know how they're landing in there. And some of the guys, they never land in there, and they wonder how to land in there, if that makes any sense. So I've basically made a list for coaches and players and managers that probably would like to highlight these a little bit, and maybe find really a way to unlock this ability in order to make players to achieve that. I work with a lot of players in a pro game, and I also work with a lot of players at a semi-professional level. Now, being qualified as a UEFA obviously coach and basically psychologist, as well as a coach and a strength and conditioning personal trainer, I basically find myself a lot of the times not working just on the if you like, on the coaching side, but also work on a psychological side and physical side. So I'm working on a technical side and tactical side with players. I also work on obviously physical side of players and also psychological side of players. And this gives me an all-round really in order to develop players. And I see a lot of things that probably a lot of coaches that just focus on the football entirely will not see. So hence the reason why I find these questions a lot of times asked to me, how do you do it? And I've got the answer, not the only answer, but I've got parts of the element of the answer. So first and foremost, you got number one, you got to make sure you understand where the areas you must improve the most. So if you are a centre midfielder or a striker or goalkeeper or right back or centre back, whatever position you play in, right, you've got to make sure you have had tactical and technical and physical and psychological analysis for your particular position, and for you to understand where you need to improve the most, so you then understand how to move on in order to improve. Now, that's just to identify where you got to improve. Then you need to understand how you're going to improve, right? So one thing is someone saying to you, right, okay, you need to improve your game out of possession, for instance, but what does that mean to you? That may mean, oh, I've got to track back on my runs, or I've got to track back the runners, or I've got to get into position. It could mean lots of different things. It could mean in relation to the ball, it could mean in relation to the opposition, it could be in relation to the player around you, it could be all sorts of things. And a lot of coaches and managers sometimes fail to realize this. What is your player interpreting of your communication? So the guys that work with me probably will tell you this straight away. I'm very neat and very accurate with the information I give, although I'm not obviously from the UK. As you guys know, I come from Portugal, but obviously it's my second language, English, and I try to articulate myself as much as I can. And don't take me wrong, I'm not perfect, and sometimes I may not come across the right way, but I do come and I do try very hard to basically get to the detail. To be able to explain to my players the best I can in order to get them the right information, they understand. And I also, when I explain, I always go, what do you understand from us? So that you get the understanding of what the player needs to understand and how they interpret it, okay? Now, number two, you got to make sure you are developing on a daily basis, right, on your technical, tactical, physical, and psychological level. Okay, now if you play, and for the guys that play top level, okay, they will know exactly what I mean. You've got to make sure you're working on parameters. Now, don't take me wrong, you ain't gonna work every single day on all those things 100%, but you need to touch on them. Okay, there might be some days where there's a technical session and you may work a little bit on the tactical, a little bit on the physical, then you do some psychological work and then you move on. And then next day you might work a lot on the tactical work, not so much on the technical, but then work hugely on the physical side, okay, and vice versa, and it goes on. Now, if you look at top clubs in the world, they will work on this from a very young age. So when they get to pro level, it's almost like a cognitive understanding. So they will get very much so a great basically development. Now, on number 3 is an unbelievable, obviously, detail, which is obviously you need to make sure your diet is absolutely spot on. So the diet being obviously spot on, meaning obviously you're going to perform a lot better. You're going to make sure obviously your body is ready for performance, meaning obviously you are eating good carbs, good proteins, good fats, and obviously by eating all those things, you're going to make sure your body is ready to rock and roll, ready for performance. Because don't forget, if you want to become a pro, you are going to be in performance, high performance. And the guys that eat well, perform well. Okay, number 4, obviously, is your supplementation. So although your diet might be spot on, sometimes you may be missing some stuff. Make sure you're taking some supplements. I'm not going to, in this particular video, tell you exactly in the brands and everything else. So I skim through. You got to obviously have your proteins, creatines, glutamines, multivitamin minerals, B6, B12s, complex. They are very, vitamin C, they are very crucial. There's many others in the market. I'll do a video about the particular ones you need to take in specific. So that basically is what you need to take. This is something that I think if you guys, I know, if you guys follow this, you minimize the chances of failing, which is maximizes the chances of making it at the pro level. Obviously there's an element of luck as well, because sometimes making and not making is such a fine line. But what you got to think is, such a fine line, doesn't matter how thin it is, there's always 2 sides. So make sure you cover the 2 sides. So make sure you don't leave any gaps or any chances to fail, because if you got the quality and you put the work in, you make it. But if you got the quality, you don't put the work in, you don't make it. So until next time, guys, it's Carlos here, Carlos Coaching Corner. If you please need to contact me on an email below, telephone below too. I do consultations with pro footballers, semi-pro footballers and amateur footballers, so I'm happy to help anybody out there that needs my help. And I can guarantee you one thing is I will make sure that you get better by the day. Until next time, take care of yourselves. Have a great day. Bye now.